All right, it's that time once again to make an update to see what kind of potential opportunities lies ahead of us and how we can be capitalizing and preparing ourselves for these opportunities lying ahead of us. And on that note, I say welcome traders. This webinar will be kept as educational as possible, but before we go into the analysis proper, first of all, there is disclaimer explaining that trading foreign exchange and the global financial markets is considered high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Please seek the advice of an independent financial advisor, and this webinar is for educational purposes only. Now, the pair we'll be analyzing right now is EURAUD. Why EURAUD? Because the pair is very, very close to giving us an excellent trading opportunity. So we'll begin from the monthly, weekly, and daily time frame to try to find out the direction of the markets, and then zooming possibly into the 4 hour time frame for a confirmation and entry. So from the monthly perspective, we can see clearly that the market has just made this nice impulse to the downside. Now, in making this impulse to the downside, the market has reached a very strong support level. In fact, from here we can see how that the market tested here and rejected and got and bounced up to the upside. From here again, it bounced up to the upside, and from here again also bounced to the upside. So this is a very strong support area that we do expect price to begin to bounce up from here. Also, of course, you do know that after an impulse to the downside, what you do expect is a correction. So this is a very interesting area for which we believe that the markets can begin to bounce from here to the upside. So everything is very clear from the monthly perspective. Going down into the weekly time frame, what do we see now? From a weekly perspective, we can see clearly that the markets, two things we can notice from here is that number one, the market has just made this double bottom here. And of course, as you know, after a double bottom is a pattern that signifies a continuation to the upside. So first of all, we can see here that the market has created this double bottom here, and possibly we could get a continuation to the upside. Now, secondly, we can see this green candle here, this one here, and we can see how it has just formed a long wick. Sorry, we can see how it's just formed this long wick and a body like this. Now when you see a candle like this on a weekly time frame, if you go into the daily time frame, what you will notice is a candle what you will notice is a an impulse like this and a correction, because this is actually the correction here is actually this week on the weekly time frame. So generally speaking, after an impulse and a correction, what you do expect is another impulse to the upside. So in forming this candle here, what we do expect is that this week we possibly could get some bullish momentum to the upside to try to fill in this week. So everything looks clear from a weekly perspective. We do expect from the weekly perspective some continuation to the upside. Also, like we analyze from the monthly perspective, we also do expect some bounce from this area back to the upside. Going down into the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, we can see that the market has just made this nice impulse to the upside and a correction. Now, if you want to measure the correction, what you have to do is to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And if we take our Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse, we can see that the market is now has tested the 50 fib already and possibly trying to make a sorry, excuse me. Now the market is possibly trying to go and test the 61.8 fib level. So the 61.8 fib level is actually the golden ratio of um retracement or of correction. So from this area, we do expect that the markets can begin to bounce to the upside. So from the monthly perspective, the weekly perspective, and the daily perspective, we do expect some continuation to the upside. Therefore, we should be looking for a good longing opportunity. Now, um how can we take a trade on this EURAUD currency pair? Now, what we are doing right now is that we are going to um drill down into the 4 hour time frame, which is actually better when it comes to taking a trade. So inside of this region here is where we'll be monitoring price action to see if the market will shift from a bearish market as it is right now to a bullish market. And as soon as the market will shift from a bearish to a bullish market, we'll be going in for a nice long and targeting first of all the minus 272 Fibonacci level, which is all the way up here. So guys, this is the situation on EURAUD. Now, until the markets will provide to us a good, I mean, until the markets will move or shift from bearish to a bullish market, we would absolutely not be taking excuse me, would absolutely not be taking any trading opportunity because the market can easily melt to the downside like this. So we have to make sure we wait for bullish signals and bullish a bullish shift. Possibly when we do get a break of this counter trend line here to the upside, that could possibly be our first to the upside like this. That could possibly be our first indicator for going long. So guys, feel free to drop a comment for me, and if you do have any suggestion, also drop it on the comment section for me. If you also have a chart that you do want me to analyze, also feel free to do that. Cheers for now and have a nice day ahead.